So we've captured all of the Lord Souls, and we really don't have that much more to go, except that there's some DLC that needs doing.
Dum dum dum.
The DLC is, in my opinion, on average, much harder than the rest of the normal game. So let's just level up the two stats that are most important.
Always good.
At least leveling up the vitality is going to help a ton in a couple of the boss fights that have to come up.
Always good to have that health.
So a while back, right in the beginning of Duke's Archives, before we fought Seath for the first time, we found and defeated a blue crystal golem that dropped a broken pendant. And without the broken pendant, you can't access the DLC.
It's so dark.
Yeah, it's pretty dark here, and especially if you don't know that it's over here, it's kind of hard to see that there's something right in front of me.
What could it be?
So the DLC is sort of a side plot to the main story of the game. There is actually a story to be followed here. But for the sake of everything, we're just going to go through and kill all of the bosses that we come in contact with.
So normal game, just different bosses.
Pretty much.
Alright.
And let's get started right away with the boss. And wonderful, it's a lightning boss.
Oh, good. And just barrages.
So if you think that being in a lake or a pond of some sort means that you could get hit by electrical damage while it's already on the floor, you'd be right.
No.
There's residual damage that sticks around after the fact.
Because that's what you need. Residual damage.
And though I miss terribly twice, you can actually knock off his tail and get a cool little whip that you can use to poison people.
Ooh.
But as you can see, I can do some crazy damage to this boss.
Overpowered halberd.
I just gotta wait for the right opening, because this boss does not want to give it to me. But that little wing flap, that's the attack that I'm looking for, because it gives me quite a bit of time to attack.
That was pretty nice. Here comes the lightning barrage.
And another one.
Haha, good.
So there's one attack that he really won't do, I don't think, and that's to use his tail to kind of stab me. And it will cause poison damage, probably instantly, because I have no armor on.
Good. Look at him just waiting.
So, good game. Good fight.
Fantastic. Obvious why you took more vitality.
Exactly. And his Guardian Soul can be used to make absolutely nothing. It's useless.
Aw, that's a shame.
You can use it for 12,000 souls, but that's really it.
Womp womp.
The fun fact about that boss fight is after it's done, if you were to go back, there would be two of him.
Oh, good. That's what you need.
They wouldn't be quite as powerful, but they would still... Well, there'd be two of them, so...
This is about the same.
Now, I hope you're ready for some mushroom exposition.
Oh, that's new.
Well, look at this one. From what faraway age hast thou come? Thy scent is very human indeed, but not intolerable. Ah, Princess Dusk's savior. Thine aura is precisely as she described.
My aura or my
I
scent?
thank
Did you
thee
just sniff me and know who I
rescuing Her
am?
Highness.
How,
Princess
two questions.
Dusk is
How does it
here
sniff?
no longer,
How is it talking?
snatched away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask, couldst thou once more play the savior?
Eh.
If playing the savior means that I get to
Thank
kill
you.
everything, sure.
I am Elizabeth, guardian of this sanctuary. Something of a godmother
How
to
much
Princess
guarding
Dusk.
do you actually
I shall
do?
assist thee to my utmost. For I am
not a whole
one
lot.
With the sorceries of
Really just a title.
Thou shalt see further on, an abyss was begat of the ancient beast, and threatens to swallow the whole of Ulasil. Knight Artorius came to stop this, but such a hero has nary a murmur of dark. Without doubt he will be swallowed by the abyss, overcome by its utter blackness. Indeed, the abyss may be unstoppable. Still, I have faith that Princess Dusk may be rescued yet. Thou shalt see and not
Okay, yeah, I got it. Same story.
Just a big sob story.
She also happens to be a merchant that sells some pretty good items, including gold pine resin for your lightning enchantment.
May the flames guide thee.
That is good.
So, if you couldn't really gather a whole lot from her exposition, the long story short is that we've traveled to the past to stop some darkness called the Abyss from swallowing up the town of Ulasil. That's really it.
That's good. Good story. Oh, hello.
Not really the welcoming party I was looking for,
No.
but it seems that the mob has appropriately bought pitchforks for the occasion.
Well, at least their period.
So, I'm not sure exactly what's in the Royal Wood aside from really just two enemy types. But if you just stick to the outside, you'll kind of find your way around. We're basically just trying to find our way down to an elevator, and then we can never come back to this place.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh,
And this is the second enemy type. He's a little bit tougher.
just a bit with that giant. I want to say hammer.
It's a hammer. It's a very crude hammer, but effective.
Yes.
The one thing that I do know exists in the Royal Wood is you can find all of the pieces to this guy's armor.
Ooh.
But it means having to go through a lot more enemies that I really don't have the patience for.
More enemies like this.
Oh, a ton more.
Oh, good.
So I'm not really having too much trouble at this point.
No, Halberd kind of cuts through things.
Yep.
Oh. Oh no.
So much for that.
You just had to say it.
My biggest enemy is me.
Well, at least you got to come here again.
And let's just take a shortcut and try to skip past everybody this time.
Good plan.
The only problem with that is now everybody's going to chase me for quite a long distance.
Not as good of a plan. I can hear them. Oh, I can see them.
just have to make it over here for this weird item.
Good. Oh no.
Okay, so this is not good.
They found you.
Well, they'd always found me. Now they're just killing me.
Time to run.
Maybe he'll protect me. Oh, no.
No, he's gone. Oh, dragons.
Yeah, you think we'd stick together since apparently we're all extinct except for all of the dragons I keep finding.
Yeah.
Now, we may have crossed over a bridge, kind of too small for some enemies, and dropped down a cliff, but I wouldn't say we're out of the woods just yet.
Oh, punny.
So, really, the biggest problem I have with navigating the DLC, at least the first time that I did it, is that the areas aren't big, but it is super easy to get turned around.
Certainly seems that way.
Like, I was pretty sure there was an item up here, but I guess not.
Oops.
And probably the worst feeling is how quiet everything gets.
Yeah. Oh. Until you hear the pitter-patter of little enemy feet.
I think these guys are made out of trees or something.
Ironic that they carry shears.
Well, I don't know if you could tell, but as I snuck up on some of them, they were actually trimming the trees in the background.
Maybe that's how they make their children.
Their children just fall out of the trees.
Yeah. You gotta cut them down. They get stuck.
Then where do they get all their baggy clothes?
People like you. Well, not like you. You're not wearing any clothing.
See?
Yeah.
They're just enjoying their work.
Trim, trim, trim. Oh. Now they're gonna trim parts off of you.
Well, let's not let that happen. Okay, 2 guys with hammers.
Oh, good.
Wonderful. But screw that, because here's the elevator.
Haha.
See, I'm so happy.
Just happy dragon.
Happy to get out of there.
Oh, yes. What next?
Well, straight ahead would be a boss fight, so let's put that off for now. Is this a new friend?
Oh, maybe.
Let me guess. Snatched by a shadowy limb and dragged off to the past?
Yes, actually.
Of course. Exactly what happened to me. We are both strangers in this strange
No,
land.
I guess we're just
But
strangers,
at least
not
now
friends.
there are 2 of us.
Aw.
Did you happen across Knight Artorias? The legendary abyss walker from the old tales?
Not yet.
Well, if you haven't, it's just as well. He's a colorless sort, if you ask
He's
me.
just grayscale. I mean, there's nothing there.
So, what did that giant mushroom make you do? Not
More
that I'm
mushrooms.
Didn't make
sad.
me do
It's
anything.
none
I'm my
my
own man.
business.
This guy's creepy.
I've little to talk about, really.
Except the things I
Oh,
just
you know
talked
me.
about.
What
Well, he has little to talk about anymore.
So he's our second merchant of the DLC. And I believe the last. Maybe. He sells some
So
good stuff.
long.
Nothing we need, though.
He's useless then.
But I do want to come over here real quick to open up a shortcut elevator.
That's good.
That elevator just links to the first part of the woods, so we don't have to walk all the way around just to get to an elevator.
Useful.
But while we're here, let's just take care of another boss.
Why not? We only just fought a boss.
So the last boss was okay. Nothing too hard, but not exactly easy. this is where things get a little difficult.
Oh, I don't like the way you say that.
Welcome to the Knight Artorias fight, one of the quickest and scariest fights in the game.
Yikes.
So the story behind this guy is that he came to Ulasil to try to push back the Abyss, and this ended up happening to him.
Consumed by darkness?
Pretty much.
That's a shame. It's got some cool stuff going on there, though.
Not entirely sure why his one arm is dislocated or broken.
No, he just thinks you're that easy.
So the tough part about this fight is that Artorias hits pretty hard and he hits pretty fast. So there's not a whole lot of opening, especially because I brought a pretty weak weapon in terms of speed. If I had used my falchion, I probably could get a few hits in after each attack, but the halberd's really only good for one.
Yeah, but one good hit.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I usually get hit back every time. And for about every 20% of his health that you take off, he starts to charge up something,
Ooh.
and you have to knock him out of it. If you don't, he creates a mini explosion, and then he is superpowered for the next couple minutes.
Sounds ominous.
So I really don't want that.
No, that sounds awful.
And that's what I mean by I'm pretty much trading blow for blow at this point.
That's all you can do.
At this point, I'm just waiting for an opening to heal, because it's too risky to try to attack.
Good. He gave you a chance. What a gentleman.
And that time I tried to attack at, I would say, the wrong time.
Looked like the wrong moment.
But we've got him down to about half health, so we're not doing too bad. I wouldn't be taking nearly as much damage if I had some armor on, but that's not how I play this.
No, dragons gotta fight knights. That's how it works.
Isn't it usually said the other way around?
Yes. No, I don't know.
Do I get like a princess or a pile of gold to defend at this point?
You should get a princess to eat.
I don't think I need that.
So we're just gonna break all the stereotypes here?
Yeah, I think it's that kind of a fight.
Alright.
Where the knight is evil and the dragon is good? Neutral?
Less evil?
Less evil is probably better.
Look at him mocking you with his one arm.
He's really only got 2 hits left that I need to hit him with, and after this one, I'm just gonna go crazy, because even if he hits me back, I just need to hit him once. And I think that's a more than fitting introduction to the DLC of Dark Souls.
Good couple of fights.
There's plenty more coming up.
Oh yay.
And they also happen to be pretty generous with the bonfires.
Well, that's always good.
So long as you can find them.
Ah, that makes it a little bit harder.
But next up, we gotta tackle the township.
The dark, dark township.
It's not that dark.